Okay, we're looking for frames. Do we have them?
I am
It
refreshing your
says
channel to see if you're live.
it says
I do. Okay, we just are now live.
I am just now on. We are here finally. It has been a journey,
Yes,
my friends.
it looks like it
The
is working.
So I'm looking at it now, and the major problem that we had before was like my internet was like in a fluctuation state because apparently there were like a couple parts in like the network that were like burnt out. I don't know the technicalities of it, but apparently this has a stable connection, guys. I think that we can do this. Let me go ahead and do a couple things. Let me go ahead and get the link because I did not announce my presence yet. My presence has not been announced. And also, let me make sure to speak from my chest so that all can hear clearly.
Oh, yes. That's right. Speak from your chest, show him who's
Yes.
boss.
Yes.
Okay. And
Prepare your hyperfixation as well, Nightlen. Because
yes, I am prepared. But I have more than one hyperfixation. On this mind mapping journey,
oh,
we need to make it like clear that Freddy is not a capitalistic allegory. It is a communistic thing. And I want to be able to prove that one day.
we
And people are like, what are you on
we're
about?
just at some point we are literally just going to have to go down the rabbit hole of what that joke really means because everyone's going to be like, what the heck? But yes, we do know that Freddy is in fact a socialist because of an inside joke. because oh my gosh. Yes. Well,
Man,
he is.
Chatter, you don't know what we're talking about. What the heck?
That's fair. That is completely fair. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can pop out chat. Um, the first, it's crazy. The first thing that we talk about is that Freddy is secretly a red pilled, not red pilled in the political way, but the communist way.
He's red-pilled. That's like the opposite of what I'm saying, and we're just like, yeah, actually, Freddy
That's so
how like he's
funny.
subbed to like the Tate Bros, like
Oh
he's
my
actually
god.
an alpha male selling dating courses.
Based on the memes, they're I feel like the memes would agree with that actually. That is really funny. Okay, let me see if I can pop out chat here. This is already starting out amazingly chaotic. I love it. Okay. Wait, Freddy is a communist. You put that in chat. Oh my gosh. I don't understand this guy. I'm number one. Yes. We we made a song. We didn't make a song. We conjured into being a song
We
about Freddy
conjure song, yes.
being a communist, and it was really funny. That
Yes,
song
it
that
was really
song will
funny.
never see the light of day, but it is there. It exists.
Gregory, I want the cheddar.
I
I
want the
want the cheddar, Gregory.
cheddar.
Cheddar, 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 cheddar. Communist, communist, communist. Like it eventually just like broke.
Yeah, so good though. So good.
No,
Okay.
I remember
Yes.
the other day I was like breaking AI, because what I was like trying to do it was such a stupid idea. And
What were you
actually AI
doing?
relates to FNAF like more than
It
I
does. It
would
does.
like to admit. But basically I had like this thought occur to me, which was I wonder if I could get an AI to try to imitate being a human. And what I was trying to get it to do
Okay, and
was
what?
allow me to be the AI and get it to write human prompts to what I was saying. It failed spectacularly. It did not understand at all. Really, like I had to keep on correcting it because
Oh
it
my
just kept on
gosh.
trying to take over every time like I wrote more than a paragraph.
Look,
But I
look,
was like, man, this is really funny.
we all know that AI is obviously very close to sentience, guys. It's very close, very good, very good. We all know this. We can all agree that AI is a beautiful thing, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh yeah, 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 for sure, 100%. And that's not a controversial opinion at all that will get you in trouble and have people try to cancel you. But the funny thing is, the AI at some point just like got fed up with me. I should have taken screenshots of it, but I was just like using a random AI, and it's like, listen, okay, here, buddy. It's like we're talking to a chef and asking him not to cook. And I was just like, okay,
That
okay, I'm sorry.
that's hold on. Let me do what were you saying about Hollow Knight again?
Oh, yeah, yeah. We're like, get out of this AI like hellhole. Oh wait,
Abort,
yeah.
abort, get
No,
out.
Hollow Knight Silk Song. That's going to be happening. And honestly, I am very curious about how the story of that is even gonna go. I know me and you, we tried to watch the Hollow Knight lore so I could get you up to speed, but that
I
kind of
do
didn't work
remember
out the
that.
way that I wanted it to. Uh,
No, due to the same issues of why I wasn't able to stream last weekend, which was internet.
yes.
Lovely. Chaotic.
Now this. I,
That's so funny. I my
No, I will
post.
say I don't think this is really a spoiler, but I think it is very safe to assume that Silk Song is going to be a game that's a little bit of a prequel
Is
to
it?
Hollow Knight.
I I
I
I would assume so, right?
yes,
It's because it's kind of like an
I am pretty
apocalypse
sure because
Hollow Knight.
here's the main reason why it has to be a prequel is because Hollow Knight Team Cherry's way of handling things is there isn't a canon ending to Hollow Knight. All endings are canon. But some of those
Oh,
endings
interesting.
logically, like in one of those endings, like you can kind of infer that Hornet dies. So I don't think it logically could be a sequel.
Wouldn't though the idea that like all endings are canon kind of like open up the idea of like a multiversal situation? So technically, it could be a sequel following one of the endings without it canceling out the other endings, like kind of like what
It,
Zelda did, right? With its kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
timeline
yeah,
split.
right. It technically could be like that, but I just don't think that's going to be what it is. I think it's going to be like a solo adventure, and I don't know. It'd be sort of interesting if at the end, some of the endings sort of like lead back into like where we start at Hollow Knight,
Yeah.
because we know it's going to be a completely different kingdom, which how Hornet got there and how she gets back to Hollow Nest is definitely going to be interesting.
This shows you just how much little I know about the Hollow Knight lore. I know absolutely nothing because we never finished the lore video. But
Yes, we only got to the like order Domino's pizza
Domino's
and
Pizza.
sit back,
Yes,
relax.
yes, we did. We did. Uh, in between watching Epic the musical, which was
Oh,
fantastic.
it was great.
Such
It
a
was epic, and that's also another hyperfixation of mine. But I
uh,
really don't know. With the Iliad,
Ilium.
or whatever they're calling it, Ilium. Well, well, I haven't really watched the shorts, but I don't know what my approach on that is going to be, whether or not I'm going to watch it as it comes out,
I don't
or
know.
if I'm going to try to wait for it to fully release.
I
Or
don't
I
know.
think what could be really fun is maybe a middle ground. Like I wait till Act 1 is fully done, then catch up, and then I'm on the hype waiting for Act 2.
Yes, I think maybe watching it by acts may be a good thing. Because I know like the previews likely will show like pretty much the entire song. And then will definitely be people who are just waiting for the animatics and stuff. Like there's gonna be a whole mixed
Oh yeah,
bag
for
of like
sure.
reactors and everything. And I don't know, that'd be a really fun thing to react to whenever it comes out. Maybe we could do a collab on that.
Oh
Also,
yeah, and you already know Polites is coming back to break our hearts.
uh, for those
Or at
who
least I strongly suspect that.
just like Freddy is here with the cheddar, Polites is here to break your heart. I just had to bring it
Yes,
back
it
and
is
say,
definitely going to happen. No, the best thing is whenever the hyperfixations merge together, like the open
Yes.
arms Deltarune animatic was crazy.
I didn't. I
I was
haven't.
like, oh my god.
You sent that to me, and I haven't watched it yet. I need to sit down and watch it. Also,
It's all right. I have bad opinions, because
bad opinions.
we watched
Oh,
the Digital Circus together, and I just like
yes.
told him I should have kept this opinion to myself. My favorite thing the Digital Circus has done is have Pomni sing shampoo ingredients, you know. so,
You
so
have
some opinions I probably should keep to myself.
which is which is really which is really funny, but wrong, but also really funny. It is really a funny moment, though, I will say. Also, let me see. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this because I think that I'm going to hold on. Let's see. Hopefully, this doesn't mess things up too bad.
Yeah, the stream looks like that it's working fine from what I can tell.
I'm going to try to switch over display capture. Can I do this one? Okay, that's my. Okay, yes, this is technically what I want, but also not at all. Hold on. Sorry. There we are. Okay. Oh, because that's yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That is not what I want. So I want to do one where it shows one of the screens, and then another one where it shows the other ones. Let me see. Sorry, guys.
We're trying to figure out like a way to like hotkey between
Which
different
I do have
things.
hotkeys for everything, but I'm just let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, if you have one to zoom in on your face pretty quickly,
Yes.
which is nifty.
My shocked expression. Oh, what? Is that sun and moon?
What? Say what?
Sun and moon imagery.
Sun and moon. Oh.
Nice.
Which
Okay.
this actually ties into Greek mythology.
Oh, we're gonna get there too. Don't you worry, people. We're gonna be going to.
Is Zeus canon to the FNAF timeline?
Okay, why is it? I guess I can't do it this way, which sucks. Let me see if I can. Because I'm wondering if I can do like a specific window, like Windows capture. But I remember I had issues with that last time, and I don't know if I can. What I can do. Let me see. Maybe I need to make it a different one. Oh, wait. Let me see. Also, I hope everyone's doing well. For 5 seconds, doxed? What doxed me? What?
No, yeah.
What
You gotta keep it on a specific window the whole time.
Okay. I think I have figured it out. I do this, and then pop this up. Okay, let me see if this works. And I'm trying to see if I can pull up like a preview. Also, I'm curious how much data I'm using, because I'm using my phone data. Also, guys, just letting you know, like, some of the most peak games are about to come out in the next, like, few months. Like, I know that Little Nightmares 3 is coming out next year, but
that's gonna be crazy.
Reanimal is coming out along with that, and those are the two games that I am the most hyped about right now. And I saw that, and I haven't watched it, but they released the first, I think, like 14 minutes of Reanimal, but like the beginning. And I do not plan to watch it because I want to keep as blind as possible to that thing because I am just so freaking excited for that. That's gonna be epic. It's gonna be incredible. It's awesome though that like we're getting that style. We're getting two games in the same like span of time Because I know Reanimal's coming out pretty soon. I feel like it might be coming out this year, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean that'll be great. I mean, we've just been blessed with games in general this past year. It's like Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 came out, which that was huge, and we're only waiting till 2026 for my understanding for the next installment of that. So that's also huge, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just been a pleasure, really, in the gaming sphere, all the new releases.
Absolutely incredible.
And Silk Song's definitely a cherry on top. And I actually was very lucky myself with it because I am a huge Hollow Knight fan at this point. Though I bought it, I think the year it came out. Though I played like an hour of it, and I respected that it was a good game. If you like, I could just tell, but I didn't get sucked in till like last year. So I saved myself 6 years of heartache. Just waiting.
Here, let me know.
This is not an epic reference, but
not at all. Not at all. Okay, let me see.
It's been 12 long years.
Oh, wait a second. It's tied to that. That's kind of weird. I wish it wasn't that way. Okay, pop out chat. Yeah, that should be good. I wanted to be able to, like... Well, hold on. I could just have it over here. There's no reason I can't. I was wanting to be able to show all of the screens. Okay. The issue is, when I click on this, it goes away. Is your guest single?
Oh, Chatter, that's very flattering, but I can't confirm or deny these allegations, especially if you're going to be...
Also, I love there's so much to unpack there, and I don't know. I think we might need a completely separate mind map just to untangle that.
Untangle that one sentence.
That's like a Loki level of I like Loki season 1 with him being like in love with himself. That's so funny. With like, but it's like, but she's the female version of me. My goodness. Loki.
You see, the thing is, people would say that it's not that weird, but you have to remind yourself, if you ever have a crush on like a doppelganger of you, genetically, they're basically a sibling. Like, even if you think it's you, they're basically a sibling.
This has gone to some
places.
This whole conversation has just gone to some places, and I don't know.
So,
if
never engage with it.
Or if we are just...
Well, no, this is just a piece of advice. Just never date an alternate version of yourself. It's not worth it.
No, I would say
you might think it is, but it's not. And listen, whenever it comes to FNAF, you never know if you're a robot in the first place. You know, you don't know whether you're gonna be the one who scoops or gets scooped.
I don't know how to take that, but anyways, moving on. Let's go and talk about FNAF for a second.
So, FNAF, yes.
FNAF. So, the itinerary. What are we doing besides whatever the heck? How long have we been doing this for? The last.
We've been doing this for like 18 minutes.
See how much expenditure data has been zapped up by this whatever this conversation has been. I'm really curious.
Have you showed a remind map on the stream yet? I haven't really been.
I have not yet
paying too much attention.
Okay. So okay. It's like 606 megabytes. No, like the small version of that, not mega. What, meta? I don't know. Anyways, something. It's working. That's all I can ask for. Alright, guys. So, allow me to show you what I've been working on. I have not been just absent without being busy. I have been doing something. And I think that we're all going to find it very beneficial. I also just paid $75 to upgrade my membership to this so I could add images. But I get that for like 6 months, so it's actually not a bad deal. And once you see this, you're gonna see how freaking cool this is. Okay, so you know how like theorizing and like keeping up with everything is like difficult and really hard. And sometimes, like, for me, I like to. My brain goes everywhere, so I need a way to map things out, and that's why I use or started using this. This is a technique that I learned in my good old speech and debate course, mind mapping. And let me show you this. This is really cool. I think you guys are gonna enjoy this. Hold on. Make sure that this.
It is pretty cool.
Can you see
I
it on
somehow
there?
skipped this mind mapping thing. Are you on this mind mapping screen?
It should be on there.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, it just showed up. Yeah,
okay.
I think I might have some delay, but yeah, it showed up.
No worries, no worries. Actually, so I have to keep on the screen while it's on here, because it's tied to this monitor and then this
The
one.
void.
The void.
I love I just love that because it applies so much to both Hollow Knight and FNAF. The void, with the ethereal concept.
Which may hey, it might have some overlay there. We can talk about maybe some of the overlap between Hollow Knight and FNAF if any exists.
Yes.
This is not finished, so if you guys are like doubting me or saying that I'm wrong, don't worry. There will be evidence being added, but it just isn't there yet. We are just. But let me explain what this is. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing Ruin, but we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. We're going to be doing some deep analysis of Ruin. And I don't mean just like talking about the lore and like we're going to get into some of the like more semantics of like storytelling. The storyteller, does somebody say Tiger Rock? No. Mimic 1? What? No, we're going to be talking about some storytelling, what Ruin does, how it connects with some of the games that we've been seeing with like Secret of the Mimic, Help 1 and 2, and we're going to be basically documenting it all on this mind map as we go. And I'll show you a little bit about the different sections of what we're going to be doing. And if any of this seems a little boring to you, don't worry. I mean, there's other things you can do, but also it's fun to me. So
No,
we're going
you
to be
have to
doing
watch
this.
you have to watch us. If you are
Yes.
on the stream and you click off, I will show up to your house. And I,
Oh,
I, I won't tell you what will
don't
happen,
say
but
that.
you will
Don't say
not
that.
you will not like it.
Say in Minecraft right now. In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, in Minecraft, in Minecraft.
Okay. Legally,
In
you just
Minecraft,
saved
I will
yourself.
take all your diamonds.
You just saved yourself a world of hurt by saying it in Minecraft. But anyway, so what this is basically a way to like organize your thoughts. So you have like the different sections, and these are like branches. So I can like click on this, and I have like another little pullout that comes out. And so for like evidence, I have like evidence from the books or the guides or images. And then like you can do another one that is like, okay, the games, because that's an important section that I definitely should have added earlier. But so like evidence from like books, guides, images, games. So for this, I've got the quotation that we all know and love from good old Talbert from the Fazbear Fight series that's describing what remnant is. And if you'll notice, there's a little fun arrow here. And if we look at this, it's going to remnant because this is an evidence point describing what remnant is. And then I can click on this, and it can show me that it's like this. Okay, this concept connects to remnant. It's just a really cool way to like visually keep track of
It is very awesome.
what you're doing. So, and then I can look at, okay, well, how does this relate to what remnant is? Remnant is emotional energy. And if you can test that, we can absolutely talk about that. And it can interact with technology. That's like some of the things that it can do. And intention can be used for manifestation. That's quite a statement. And I'm sure that that means something to some people. But that's another book
The
thing.
law of attraction.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Law of attraction. Yes. An equal or greater force, less than, which connects
Yes.
obviously to the void, which
The void,
we can talk about.
immortality, soul.
Yeah. So the soul is likely what makes up consciousness, and spirits have awareness even after death. That's an observation, not necessarily an evidence point, But that's the thing. Mind mapping is not just like for this is concrete information. It's to put out ideas and explain where you're pulling them from. It's a good way to like support your argument for argumentation, but it's also a great way to like keep yourself cohesive and like balance yourself to be like, wait a second, that doesn't really make sense. These two things contradict each other, and then you can like
Yes.
self-check yourself. And then the soul is
So
what...
so with these things linking back to each other. Okay, this is
Yes.
going to sound so random.
No, you're good.
But does Dave link to anything?
Yes.
Or is
All of it.
He does, okay.
All of it. Of course.
All
What
of
a what a stupid question. Of course, Dave. God, David. We all know that you wouldn't get that reference. Okay, T-Dread created... So a YouTuber called T-Dread, we all know this if you're watching this, created a little theory called God David, which is the theory that David's consciousness through like M2 exists through like the crying child and Gregory. It's a really interesting theory, and there's actually like quite a bit of interesting little tidbits that we will definitely talk about. But that's a really interesting theory that channel talks about. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out a good way where I can look at like analytics and stuff, but also look at this stuff. Hold on, where am I storing all of this other stuff? There it is. There we go. Okay. And then that way I can look at chat too. Let me see what we got. Alright. It is just you chatting right now, and just you right now in the stream, which is fine. We all know.
Yeah.
People... I didn't really... Also, I don't really advertise the streams very well. Alright, let me see reactions. Can I not pop this off? There we go. Okay. So that is basically what this is. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, you can see it. So, this is evidence, remnant, soul. These are like different categories of like points of study that we're going to go through. And then soon we'll be going through Ruin and talking about some of the ways we see that. And then we see like the void. This is a thing. So I'm sure you guys all are aware of like what the flip side is. Well, this is my personal headcanon name for it because I think it's really funny, also kind of cool sounding, you know?
The space of the supernatural.
The space, so the void is the space of the supernatural within the like this universe. So the void is basically what like connects everything together. Like all of the concepts, like remnant, the soul, all of it connects to this space, which is the void. And the reason that I call it the void is because one of the song titles, specifically for the cutscene from Ultimate Custom Night, with Golden Freddy in that black void-like space, is called Void. And that's where that name comes from, because that space accurately fits the way that this space is described in other places throughout the books and stuff. It does appear, and it's connected to the flip side and like the game, like arcade theory, things like that, all that stuff. Water break, people. Take a sip. I've been trying.
Very good idea.
I've been trying to get to drink more water, so I'm trying my best on it. So the two things that I have the space of the supernatural tied to are memory and shadows. That's a really large subject to talk about, but there's a lot of reasons for this that we will get into when we get into Ruin. Because we're instantly going to have to talk about it when we get into Ruin. So memory seems to be based on perception and can be altered. Memories can be recreated and can bleed into the real world. That's a lot of things. That's a lot of stuff to talk about, but it's fun. So this is mind mapping. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be playing Ruin, and then we're going to be jumping from this to the game, talking about different concepts and writing stuff down and really trying to like deep analyze this stuff talk about character motivations. I have imagery right here. We're going to talk about sun, eclipse, and moon. Oof, very excited about that. Creation, balance, and destruction. Life, rebirth, and death. Oh boy. Ah, so many fun things. And then characters. This is something we're going to be like looking at into. Some of these descriptions may not be completely accurate, to be honest. I'm kind of thinking through some of these. Specifically, like, I don't know if some of these are as like cut and dry as it may appear, but we're just doing some like simple character analysis and stuff.
Yeah, especially some of these are really tricky, especially whenever you take into account that novel we read. Like, what do you even make of Roxy after that? You know,
that's
for example.
Really interesting. Go ahead, rant.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, because, like, the characterization of Roxy in that book and the connection that Cassie feels in Ruined just does not make sense if you consider the books and the games, like, together. I have no idea why Cassie feels positive feelings in the way she does. And with Gregory, too, which honestly seems so blatantly evil.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. So, Gregory and Escape the Pizzaplex, which we will talk about. That's another section we gotta add, the interactive novels. We're gonna be adding, like, sections for each one of the book series, too, but, this is a massive project, guys. I want to show you guys what I've just been doing through, like, Security Breach. Like, I don't plan to play Security Breach on stream, just because it's such a big game, there's so much to document, that I just kind of want to do that on my own. With Ruin, it's a lot easier to talk about because it's much more linear. The space is more confined.
Less likely to fall out of the map too.
I'm just documenting the messages right now, and this is what I have so far for Security Breach. I have all of, and we can actually zoom out and see what this looks like. So this, it's so much. These are just like not even half of the messages, and we can like zoom in and look at these. So what I'm doing is, and I'm gonna go back and like I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this, if I just wanted to do like descriptors or if I wanted to do like one for one copy down the messages, and so I did kind of both, and I think that I'm gonna do both of these and like put down the message and then the descriptor of what it means. So like these are the different. I'm feeling insecure. This looks more. Okay. Well, I don't mean to one up you, but it's gonna get worse, especially since now we can add images. Oh boy, this is gonna get so much fun, guys. Okay, we're gonna close all of this up real quick because I want to go ahead and jump into the game. Just so that we can like start to talk about some of these conversations. We're going to be taking... There's a lot of fun stuff we can do. So let me go ahead and just go back to this, which this is going to show this now. So let me bring this back over here. Okay. No, that's good. And then I can see a switch over. Okay, there we go. Can you guys hear the game? And whenever I say you guys, I mean all of the two people that are.
I can, and I think it's me and you.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Yes, I can. I can hear the game.
Okay, so we're gonna be playing Ruin. I do have profiles. I'm gonna go ahead and just delete these profiles, just so I can feel like I'm playing this for the first time. I'm not. We're going to be talking about spoilers up the wazoo. So, be warned. This is not a blind playthrough. Okay. Alright, Security Breach. Ruin, find Gregory. Gregory is lost. Help find him. And hopefully, actually, hold on. I may... hopefully this holds up. The brightness may be all wonky and weird. And I'm afraid of that. It might be. But that's okay. No, it's fine. It looks alright. Okay.
Gregory is trapped in the Pizzaplex, and only you can save him. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Yep. Alright, we can get rid of all the pretext and pretenses. We all know it's the mimic.
Gregory?
Yes, if you don't know that at this point, I'm very impressed that you're watching this stream. Whenever we're like opening a mind map.
Deep diving
like
into
yeah.
Gregory, are you there?
So, the first thing that I wanted to talk about real quick is just like the entire setup for this game is so interesting because the idea is that somehow the mimic directly communicated with us. Somehow. Also, all of this
He's really good at taking over walkies. You do not want this mimic in Lethal Company, I'll tell you that much.
Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna take a picture of that so I have that.
And I have no idea why the mimic is good at taking walkies, because we have that happen in oh man, in Secret of the Mimic too.
Yes.
Where they get a hold of a communication device, and it's like a very similar sort of communication device. So are they able to hijack older technology like that? Like, could they do the same thing to a smartphone?
What is that?
Or does it only apply to this older
I
technology?
can see better.
So, yes, they could, to answer your question. Because, as we're... oh boy, do we have things to talk about. Specifically when we get into, like, the AR world and the AR part. Oh boy. Okay, so, you bring up a really good point. Because one of the key things about the Mimic is that the Mimic is able to communicate through frequencies. That is established in the books and in Secret of the Mimic, which is why it can hijack our radio and the walkie-talkie, which is a short wave radio, which works off of frequencies. So that's how the Mimic is able to hijack all of that, is through the frequencies, which is very important to remember because there's some weird stuff going on with the frequencies. Also, forever. I love to death the ambiance. Like, the freaking ambiance in this game is fantastic. So you have standing water. Just the way this looks. Also, there's a sub. I didn't realize that until later on. Well, she didn't have anything. Okay. I was just reading your message. That's funny. Don't go in alone.
Hey, got it. Yeah, don't ever trust. Honestly, it's sort of criminal that there is so many ways to leave the Pizzaplex at in Security Breach, but Casey can't just nope out of here.
Well, oh boy, we're gonna yep, we're gonna talk about that too. There's reasons. Cassie...
There is reasons, okay.
Cassie can't nope out of it because the Mimic literally takes steps in every way to make sure that she can't leave. And that's going to be apparent really, really soon. Also, me in green. It's me.
You in green.
That's really,
yes,
really
it
weird.
is me.
It's really weird. Why is it like that? How much time do we want to spend just in this section?
I mean, we're deep diving, so however long. Well, okay, I mean, this might sound like a silly question, okay, and it's probably going to expose just how little I know, but how much time happened between Security Breach and Ruined?
Oh, that's not a stupid question at all. That's a really good question. It doesn't tell us directly, but I think that the assumption is that it's been at least a year.
A year, okay.
That's what makes, to me, that's what makes the This right here is really interesting.
Yeah.
These eyes appear in a couple of different places, but this is so interesting to me. Like the fact that you have this amalgamation, very specific word, but also the X's for eyes is something that we're gonna see again. There's a lot of things, like a lot of weird things we're gonna see, and I'm just taking screenshots for the board. I miss Fizzy Faz. I miss it.
Yeah.
Fazbear Corporation.
Oh, with the Vanny mask that happens later on, how much of what we're seeing I don't know.
Wait a second, that's a unicorn. Oh no.
Man.
Oh no, this is
really
actually important now.
I mean, we need those unicorns now. Because, you know, what if the colleges just started discriminating against them, you know?
Against
I'm
unicorns?
just,
I don't know what that's
this is, it's a stupid joke about that silly speech I made. Execute Order 66.
Oh no!
I don't...
You referenced the unicorn debate. No way. I literally was looking at that doc the other day with so much nostalgia because I can't. Oh, also Vanny. I didn't even notice that it appeared this early. Vanny and Red. Hello, Vanny. How are you doing? Let me just take a screenshot of you real quick because why are you here? Danger. There's a lot of, oh man, there's so many interesting things about this game with Secret of the Mimic in mind. Like, legitimately,
yes.
like, the mind map is gonna get so full so quickly.
Well, yeah, staying on the topic of the game just real quick, because I just sort of want to get your opinion on this. I know that we have, like, a lot of false narration that happens whenever we get the Vanny mask of what's the real world versus what's a digital, like, facade world, right?
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
Should we trust this opening sequence before, or would there be anything to suggest that, like, our mind's already under the influence of something that isn't necessarily real in the physical? Because her father was, like, the technician, right? So
yeah.
I don't know if she'd have, like, access to that technology that would make you suggest that perhaps things aren't as they seem in this opening sequence.
Nothing is as it seems because this place is, like, ultra haunted, like, insanely, and that comes
yeah.
Like, already we're getting this right here, and this is like a huge alteration because notice the head is decapitated from the body. That is symbolism we're going to see throughout the game, and symbolism is something we're going to be talking about right now because I want to turn your guys' attention to something very interesting. This right here, guys, what is missing? What is missing? Where is Moon?
What is missing?
Moon is not here. This is where we got the hippo magnet from the base game. The present is, like, specifically still here, which tells us that after Gregory left, nobody has been here since besides the technicians who have been responsible for putting up all of the power grids and, like, for the doors and, like, the Vanny network, everything, which, by the way, also seemingly could be Vanny and Gregory and also just the technician from Help Wanted 2. So, the thing that's interesting about this, and this gets into our mind map, one of the things that we're going to pay very close attention to is sun and moon imagery. Because in Secret of the Mimic, we get some context for what sun and moon means. So whenever this appears, what does this tell us? Because this feels very specific to, like, okay, why is sun here, but moon is specifically not? Also notice that only Roxy and Freddy are, like, but Roxy specifically is really, really prevalent here. Like immediately you get her trash can, her mask, you get her plush, you get her shirt, and then you get some of Freddy, like Freddy's keychain, the Freddy plush. So it's creating this dynamic of like these two characters are really important. This is the type of deep dive you're gonna get with this video, so I hope just hang on. And then you get a Roxy, and then a Nightmare on plush. Look at that.
Yes.
We're gonna take screenshots of these as well. But look at this, like, and then you do get Montgomery Gator. You get some of the other imagery, but look at what's prevalent.
Cool.
What? What is cool? Cassie? What did you just see? What do you mean what's cool? Are you saying that what...
Oh yeah. She thinks that plushie is just the neatest thing in the world.
What are you saying cool to? I've never... Okay, this is gonna fall on us. And it just killed us, obviously.
It is just so funny to think this is like just Cassie just canonically doing this. Like she's trying to like save her friend, but then she just gets very distracted by every little thing in the building.
Yes. Which, okay, again, you have Freddy, you have Roxy. You had like a Freddy thing. That's really interesting that like those seem to be like the most, and then here's Moon. That's interesting. Wait a second. Why does that look weird? I'm sure that's normal. But like it's weird that
Wait, what exactly fell on you there?
Oh, it was a ATM? I think it was an ATM.
Was it one of the mini games? Oh, okay.
No, just.
Oh, I was just wondering if it was like one of the mini games and it like it was connecting to Princess Quest this early on or not. That was just my thought.
You're already thinking along the right tracks there.
But yeah, it's probably just an ATM. Yeah.
I love the fact that the flashlight doesn't have a battery. That makes me so happy. Oh, we're gonna get jump scared.
That's so strange.
We can't double wield, which is the saddest part of this game. Okay. We got Chica here. This right here.
It's the cupcake.
Does that say P and Q? Or is that like, is this just like a developer? This is such a detailed, very clear image. It's so weird. What is this a reference to? I don't know, because there's a dog with it too. What does that mean? Fetch? So Foxy's here. Just like the dilapidated feeling of this place. Watch your step. I did think that potentially, Vanny, it almost sounds like a combination of Resident. Shut up. Oh my goodness. Why do you keep trolling me? And I love it. It's amazing. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Hey, you gotta help the YouTube algorithm.
Hey, I appreciate it. Also, what dropped this? This is leading to the daycare, so I assume it's probably Sun and Moon. But it could be anything.
Over here, so that's the first instance of the walkie.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of interesting things to look at here. Once again, Vanny. But also, I want to point your attention to something real quick. This right here, bad luck. Oops. Bad luck. I really like this. And I'm gonna screenshot it because I think this is really fun. So, think about this, okay? This is like bad luck, like a black cat, right? Then you have Vanny, which is a white rabbit, which is generally considered to be a lucky thing. Like a white rabbit's foot is considered to be lucky. So the fact that we have this, which is a cat, and it's considered to be bad luck, it's interesting that's associated with the daycare. Because it's like, there's a, and it's also interesting, it's like associated with storms, like rain, thunder, like a storm is coming. Interesting. Foreshadowing. What does that say? King. And let's see. This has a bunch of stuff on it. Tag yourself. There's a lot of stuff to look at. And many have, indeed. He was our superstar.
Someone there? Help! Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, while we're just taking a look around, you did mention that you were looking through old speeches the other day.
Oh yeah.
Which is interesting.
I just was looking through old documents. I was trying to find like just random stuff that I had written just to see. I was just looking through my documents, my docs. No entry.
Over here!
We eat the chowder. We don't eat the chowder. No, that's really funny. Beware the chowder.
Yes.
Ghost.
Beware of the chowder.
Alright,
Yeah.
Should we pick up the radio?
Someone there?
Obviously not. Let's just turn around and get the heck out of here.
That would be
SOS. Wow.
Over here!
That would be a really short ending.
Okay. Actually, there is things that we should talk about before we pick it up.
Yes.
So, with Gregory being so malicious in the interactive novel,
Yeah.
do you think that he has made contact with this mimic and maybe is somewhat okay, like, working alongside it to entrap Cassie?
That is a really big part of what we're here to talk about. So, it is implied throughout the story of the ruin, Gregory may have been the one that set this all up, but it may not have been intended for you. That is something interesting. So, the mask, and we'll be able to talk more about that when we come on it, when we're done with this section, but down there, and you'll see them clearly, there are footprints around that area. Small footprints. Like a young child's footprints. And we see at the end of all of this, Gregory's backpack is right next to where the mimic is.
Over here!
And I think that's really interesting because it is a Freddy backpack. And the walkie-talkie
Over here!
that the mimic has is a Freddy walkie-talkie, which is Gregory's
Actually-
favorite animal.
Help! Can you hear me?
And that's actually crazy now that I think about it, because whenever we go back to the interactive novel, Freddy was somewhat in on, like, the very mean pranks.
Yeah, because he's
Over here!
in on it, but as of
Someone there?
as the Freddy that we meet in Security Breach is very different and has very clearly gone through a reset from the Freddy that we see in like the books, which that's a whole discussion in it of itself of like how the books play into everything now. Because there is a real discussion to be had about like the fact that the books aren't in continuity, which does kind of make discussions about them a little bit more complicated. It's about the same. It's just kind of we're pulling different things from this and that. All right, let's listen to Gregory.
Are you there? Are you there? I'm trapped.
Gregory? I got your message. Where are you?
Help! Something grabbed me.
Something
You
grabbed
won't
me.
let me go. You have to find me. I'm trapped in the sinkhole under the raceway.
Under Roxy Racers? That's all the way on the other side. I'm not even close.
And we can look at information. For those dark and scary places. Excuse me. For those dark and scary places, these are some of the things we're going to be documenting forward.
Yeah, well, this is actually interesting. You know, the fact that they're like, I'm in Roxy race what away, I think could like indicate that maybe Gregory is in on this because he knows that Cassie has a soft spot for Roxy. Right.
Yes. Okay, here's an interesting thing about it. Tales of the Pizzaplex. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun discussion. The entire reason that Gregory became friends with Cassie was entirely in order to lure her to Glitch Trap. That's it. Like, the whole being her friend and the only person at her birthday party, their entire friendship was based on the idea that Gregory was going to use her. That was the entire basis. Whether that was the case now is completely doesn't matter. Because of everything that we see from like Escape the Pizzaplex and everything. Which is extremely sad to think about. But that's why it's so easy for Gregory to just be like, hey, I need to protect myself. We can't be followed. Because, to be honest, they never really had anything real to begin with. Because it was all manipulation.
Yeah.
Which is really sad for Cassie, because that's kind of the entire basis of this. But yeah, so Gregory's a jerk, and we all hate him now. And I think everyone agrees with that, right?
And okay, I don't even know if I should open this can of worms, right? But Gregory is GGY, right?
Yes. Which we will see.
And
references
GGY
to
somehow gets connected not just to this, but also the ball pit game.
Yeah, oh,
Is that
interesting.
generally seen as not canon, or like
It's
just an
seen
Easter egg, or
it's seen as an Easter egg because it's too complicated to think about. But I would definitely advise. I would definitely advise maybe you should start thinking about it, guys. Because here's the thing, the Into the Pit world that we see in the pit isn't real. It's not the past. That's something we're going to be talking about here. The world that we see in the Vanny Mask, well, we're going to talk about this. This is the main hypothesis going into this, guys. The Vanny world and the Into the Pit world are the same world. That's a can of worms, and we just opened them. Let's climb a ladder.
yeah, let's climb the ladder. I started this. Kind of my fault, but I was just.
Are you gonna say it? Are you gonna say it? Are you gonna say the line? Okay, so the moment that we try to get into the elevator falls and blocks our path, so we now cannot leave. That was not an accident. That was intentional. This was all just a part of getting us... We're being corralled, basically, by the Mimic. And not just the Mimic. That is another thing we're going to be talking about. Am I going to fall? Am I going to fall? Okay, I think so. Alright. There's a little bit of lag, and I don't want to turn down my settings, so we're just going to deal with it. So I want to see everything at high fidelity. Okay.
Well, it's been a while since I've watched anything with this game, right? But if I remember right, it's been so long, but I have like some vague memory of it seeming like there's two different helpies.
Yes.
Like one that's actually trying to be helpful versus one that like is trying to basically do the Mimic's bidding. Or Mexis. Well, one or the other. I don't remember the full details.
Oh boy. Knowing this is such a fun game to come to with Secret of the Mimic in mind. It's so interesting.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
So we just fell from the vents. Okay.
Sus.
Yes. So,
Among Us.
we land in the kitchen, and oh boy, okay, we have some fun things to talk about. First of all, let's talk about this in just a minute, actually, because this is going to provide us a perfect example, actually, of what we're going to talk about. Hold on, guys. So the state of the kitchen is not good. Also, this thing. There we go. Okay.
Chica? What happened to you? You look awful.
Oh, Chica, you
Aw.
thing.
You thing. Aw, you thing. You garbage. No, joking.
No,
Garbage.
well, no, I mean, she is,
No,
I mean,
it's
garbage.
sad. No, it was a joke because there's little garbage here.
Oh, okay. I thought you were calling her garbage because of Help Wanted 2. And the convoluted problem of the I was the first thing.
And how, like, I was the first in what way?
Yeah.
Or Help Wanted 2?
Yeah. Yeah, it Help Wanted 2.
Oh,
whenever it sort of like implies that she was the first to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though that logically is very disputed, from my understanding, in the FNAF world.
Well, in Ultimate Custom Night, she says, I am the first, I've seen everything, which means more now than it did, because Chico may have actually been the first character in the band to exist, as far as, like, timeline, which is kind of wild to think about. Okay, real quick, though. Tangent. Cassie's reaction to this. Something that was mentioned specifically in the interview with Steel Wool about this game mentioned that Cassie is a healer. And I want to talk about that because I think that's really interesting. Like, throughout the whole game, it's meant to communicate to us, like us repairing Chica. That is supposed to represent our character as someone who is we are a mender, we are a healer. We are someone who is very empathetic and emotional. That is a character trait that is directly, intentionally inversed with Gregory's character, who is a destroyer, who is someone who goes in and destroys the vile band and supposedly to save those with soul. In the darkness, the embodiments of Satan. Is the darkness the... I mean... No. But also, so...
No question mark.
I mean... We know that some semblance of hell exists, I guess. That's a can of worms, I guess. It's kind of representative of like, destruction and... kind of like a force of nature, but it's interesting. So in the sun and moon dynamic that we're going to be talking about throughout this entire game, Cassie is on the sun side of the alignment chart, and Gregory is the moon. What is interesting about that is that that kind of that will kind of fit in with the themes of the entire game, which is interesting. So this is just a hallway, and then we get the Faz Ridge. Okay, hold on. Let me collect this, and when we collect this, I think this would be a good time to switch
A Faz
over
Ridge. It's
to
just like my dad's.
So Faz Ridge. Let's get more information, and then this will give us a nice silent place to talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Fazbear Technician
Well-
on Fazbear Ridge. Or Fazbear Technician's Fazbear Ridge.
Yeah, so it is pretty much accepted, right, that the protagonist of Help Wanted 2, more likely than not, was, like, Casey's dad, right? Or am I, like, completely off?
It might be. It very, very likely is, but there's a lot more to it now. Now it's a lot more complicated, but I think it's supposed to be. The thing that's interesting about the Phas wrench, okay, this is so interesting. The Phas wrench on the back of it has the same numbers as the Stage 1 minigame from FNAF 3's code that gets us into the, is a part of the Happiest Day minigame. And that's really interesting because that code is a hexadecimal code for green, but whenever it's reversed, it's purple. And it's the same purple color as the purple guy. That was kind of the theory connection. It was also used in the advertising of this game to tease out that there was on the website for Steel Wool, or one of the secret websites that teased out Ruin, there was a Steel Wool logo that whenever you hovered over it, it had some text, and one of the sides was green, and then inversed Steel Wool logo had purple. What's interesting about that, green is representative of life, and purple is representative of pain or destruction. We know that because of the books. So in the Secret of the Mimic, right, that the Mimic story, you have the Mimic, right? Well, that connects back. We were first introduced to the Mimic, and the entire plot of Ruin was basically spoiled through the epilogues of the Tales of the Pizzaplex books, which was a continuous story from book to book that basically outlined a group of teens that went down into the ruins of the FNAF 6 location and found the Mimic, and it started to chase them and slowly, one by one, picked them off and killed them until at the end one of the characters ends up trapping it into a jester costume and it gets spring locked. It gets a little bit of a reference to good old Springtrap in a fun way. But in one of the epilogues, they're talking about their favorite colors. And two of the colors they mention are green and purple. And green is described as being the favorite color of, I forget what the characters' names are, but the reason that she likes it is because it represents life. It's green, like grass, it represents life. And purple reminded the person of a deep bruise, the way the color of blood, of a deep bruise, so pain, something that is destructive. So that aligns with our moon being aligned with purple, and then life being aligned with green. That imagery is going to be extremely important as we go throughout this game. So I'm going to switch it over, and you're going to be like, why are we doing this? Because, guys, this is storytelling. This actually helps us in theorizing. It gives us a good structure to be able to be like, what are the developers trying to tell us through the set pieces, through the story, through the symbolism? And finally, we have a consistent color palette that actually means something, which is fun. And also, if you look at Roxy, what color is Roxy? Primarily green, which is her outline for at the end, whenever Cassie's talking to Roxy, is green. Because it's a digital imprint, but also because it's representative of life. Because Roxy is becoming aware, becoming alive again. And that's hopefully something we'll see throughout. But we're going to go to our mind map, and we're going to kind of concretely put some of this down. Let us do this. And for those who are just joining us, you guys can see this as well. And then I think I'm trying to decide how to do this. Let me go ahead and switch this over to my mind map. I'm trying to decide how to do this exactly, because I don't know if I should go ahead and, as I'm playing go ahead and put down the inventory items.
On the menu thing, do you think it's worth maybe taking a screenshot of the fact that it says no choice but to continue, or is that something that's just so implied that like it's not worth
I just did. Also,
having it there.
I want to get
Okay.
these icons, so that I can put these in the mind map as well. The other thing too, I want to get like the descriptions of these as well, and we'll just write those down. But I want to try to putting images in this because I just paid for that. So let's go to messages and notes. Let's close out security breach, put in ruin. So for ruin, let's put inventory. We can put inventory items for one of them. For another, we can do a real collectibles, which will be the ending, whatever you call it, collectible. That's it. Yeah, that's right. Then AR collectibles, and then notes and other things that we find, pictures and images and stuff. We'll go over here. Okay, so let's see what are we doing first? Let's see, inventory items. Let me go ahead and see if I can do. Let's see. Hopefully, I'm not doxing myself with this. There's nothing to dox me on. My goodness. Okay. So I can do this. Okay, that's not exactly where I wanted though. Here. Wait, I don't want that. Oh, I can enlarge it, but I want to delete it for now. Task. There's a lot of things you can do with this, but I'm trying to figure out how to delete this image. Oh, there it is. Okay. That way, what I can do is for, hold on, for those. Oh, this is actually going to look really good. I'm excited about this. Scary places. I can add image. And we'll go over some of the things. Oh, yeah. That I've found so far. Let's see. No, not there. You might be wondering why I'm like doing all of this. I know it's like small stuff for the most part, but I'm just wanting to keep a log to it because you never know what might be referenced later down the road. That's kind of the part about theorizing is you want to have everything organized so you can find it easily. Let me see. It's also really interesting too. Nightlen, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm just listening.
Sorry, I know that I'm ranting. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't hear you for a while. I was like, is he gone? Did he leave me all by myself?
Yeah, no.
No.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we're alone. We're hearing the voices in our head. But no, just letting you
Not
know the
again.
audience did dox your address.
Oh, that's
Again,
well,
yes.
that's fine. That's whatever. They'll never find me anyways.
308, Niagara, Arrow Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Crazy.
Let's see. I'm gonna write mission description because these do actually are important, and that's a good reminder. I do want to check on these every so often. So continue to remind me about that. Actually,
Yeah.
Gregory Raceway. And under that. Can I do? Okay, I can't do that. No way. Back. No choice, but to continue. And we will see if this is from the Mimic later on. So the descriptions are coming from the Mimic, which is really interesting. That I love the fact that unlike Security Breach, the actual like interface has an in-universe voice that comes with it. Like with these, it's Cassie's voice. This is her talking about them. Oh, and I wanted to do alignment stuff real quick for storytelling. So let's do imagery. So character. So I think I already put this down. Let's close Security Breach. Create this. So for Ruin, you also have they're called the Shattered animatronics, I think. Animatronics. And then you have humans. Question mark. And then
Humans question mark, yes.
Gregory.
Necessary.
And then you have Gregory as one of the characters, because that's obviously who we're looking for, and they definitely are here. But also it's important to say that because Gregory does appear later on, it does have a role in the story. And then Cassie. Okay, so Cassie is a healer. That is something we're going to link up to Sun. And also, we're going to add green and purple. What do green and purple make mixed together? I'm actually curious.
I'm definitely not using Google for this. This is definitely information I know off the top of my head.
Well, I'm trying to think about it.
Yeah. A dark muted color, that doesn't sound right, but
Well, AI, what? Not responding correctly. Let's see. What does purple and green make mixed together? It makes blue black? Question mark. I love this. What does green and purple make? Maybe it's not a distinct color. Dark gray. So dark gray. I doubt that's gonna come up, but maybe. Let's see. I'm curious if what the color for Rebirth will be, if it has any presence, which it will. But I think that maybe. I wonder if it's orange, because that's another prevalent color that's coming up. Okay, so we get the Faz wrench. To do this fun mini game. Oh wait, hold on. I realized I'm on the wrong screen, my bad. Can you guys see it now?
What are they supposed to see?
The game. Oh wait, hold on, that's me.
I see her face.
Okay, there we go. My bad. Who is a better friend? Oh my goodness, Jax or Gregory? That is a great question. I feel like that should be a poll. That is a fantastic question. My goodness. Hold on.
I think I'd probably choose Jax myself.
Yeah.
I might be a fool, but
Could be. Could be. Okay, let me see. Get up through the door. Also, you want to know a fun fact? The piping, the conduit, pipes and Secret of the Mimic were supposed to be this color in one of the concepts. Think about that. A strange liquid being used to power the door. What? What could it mean? I'm sure this will have no relevance later on. Alright. Let's hurry and see the blob.
The spaghetti monster.
Yes, the amalgamation. Oh, there it is. You did actually see it. Oh, spooky.
Very spooky.
Okay. I just love the way this looks. Interesting. My bad.
So I know that we're getting closer to the Vanny mask and like the help thing. For like helpy, is it generally thought that like we're interacting with two very distinct helpies, or is it like one that's like corrupted, where like they're both like they have different goals, but they're like within the same code framework, I guess?
That's not a simple question, unfortunately. I wish I knew, like, had a concrete answer. But the dynamic between them is interesting. And what I think, okay, here is what I think is happening. I think that you have one that is a pre-programmed response, delivery and response program that is just giving you dialogue, that is just giving you exposition that it wants, that it was programmed to. I think that what we're seeing whenever it breaks and it gets the veins on its head is it breaking its program and the program responding. That is the theory that I have, at least. But we might discover something else. There could be some more indications as we go on. All I know is that the other one is a complete troll and loves to gaslight. But I'm
Yeah, I mean, gaslighting's classic.
Just primed for a fire.
I wonder too, like, you know, I know that you were talking about like mind mapping, but like, if this was mapped out with the Pizzaplex, like, could this coherently even be the same Pizzaplex that we have in Security Breach, or like, from an architectural standpoint, is this like so messed up that like the environment has to be lying to you?
I'm gonna talk about that later because I have a theory. I have visited some of the areas of Security Breach and taken screenshots, and I do want to compare them because I swear there are some weird stuff going on that I'm really curious about, and I want to hear your guys' opinion. Alright. And now, guys, it only took us an hour and a half to get past the main menu screen. Here we are.
It's giving off the energy of like, I saw a YouTube title. Somebody like was reacting to the Digital Circus, and they were like, I spent 25 minutes talking about the first 30 seconds. I'm normal, I swear.
I saw that video.
Ow,
that one was really
head.
funny. And it's just him,
That freaking
him
Monty
ranting.
can go.
It is just literally
I better
them
find a way
ranting
out before
about
it comes
motion
back.
blur. It is so funny. It is actually genuinely a great video. I forgot what the animator's name is, but they like lag, guys. It's fine. Okay, I can point out some things now. So we literally fell out of the mouth of the beast, which is something that's going to come up a lot, and I think is really interesting. Also, the fact that it looks like we're in like an intestinal stomach. I feel like that's like
That is nightmare fuel.
like think about it. We have a fish here. fish bone. Like, it looks like we just got digested. And we're in a stomach. We came out of a mouth. What do you expect us to think?
So, this would be like where Monte Golf used to be, right?
Yes.
Or am I just completely... Okay.
No, this is Montego, yes. Alright. Guys, we're about to get into the actual game. Because, oh boy, when we get into this is, we're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about. Like, this even looks like a rib cage. Yeah, it's so cool. I love the imagery. It's just like we're in a beast of some kind. We're being
Free mask. Please take a mask. Take
Hi,
a
Dad.
mask.
Hi, Dad.
Take a
How are
mask.
you? Happy birthday to me. It's a Vanny mask, guys.
It's a mask bot.
It's just a mask bot.
Thank you. Please
Okay,
enjoy.
actually,
Weird.
the fact that there's like
It's not
bunny
a body
ears
mask.
carved
Look at
into
all the
this,
wires and stuff.
that would maybe be additional evidence that both Vanessa and Gregory were plotting this for somebody to entrap them, right? Because like
Yes.
a bot wouldn't just randomly get these bunny ears. This is clearly Vanessa or Gregory tampering with it.
The fact that this exists means that Glitchtrap is still alive to some capacity. Because this happens at the end of Help Wanted 2, where we realize that it was Glitchtrap who turned us into this, through the Nightmarion staff bots, who take us and assumedly like assimilate us into this somehow. So
Actually, you know, with Help Wanted 2, is this a similar mask, or is this the same mask?
this is the same exact moment.
Cool.
We see Cassie. Okay, so welcome to the Fanny, the virtual augmented neural network. Okay, I want to take screenshots of the dialogue here, so that I can have that. So excuse me as I be really annoying, taking a lot of screenshots. Okay, and notice that when it says new user detected pairing acceptable transponder, this is when we see the switch, which is interesting.
Ow! That hurts.
And it's when he's lying. Do not be surprised by your surroundings. You're still in the real world.
Okay, so the eyes being yellow is indicating that it's a lie.
I think so.
And
We'll see how that tests out.
so I guess that would indicate to me that it is the same program. It's just like a corrupted program. It's like a program that also has malware attached to it.
Like a virus, you might say. Also notice that
No,
this...
like a security breach.
Okay. Okay, guys. Notice something unusual about this.
Ah! What
Oh.
are you still doing
I
here?
gotta deal with this whole thing. Hello, world. Okay, look through the transponder implant. This is for the document, guys. This is for the document. We have to get all the dialogue. This is gonna be so freaking annoying to some people. Okay. Okay. This brings me to my theory, guys, and you guys are gonna love it. Love it. So notice something about this guy. Alright, so this guy's important. Let's take a screenshot of him. So for our little board, whenever we're in AR mode though, look at what happens to him. He does not have bunny ears. It also looks like, it almost looks like there's something inside.
Like a
little skull. Like a brain.
yes, it does look very brain-like. Oh my. We're not suggesting the inverse of what the FNAF community is always. Oh man, I can see it now. We're gonna have a separate column, robot question mark, not just human question mark, robot question mark.
Well, the question is, was he stuffed into the robot?
Ah.
Because you see that it's like peeled back. Like, look at this. It's like there's literally a skull in there. Which is just all kinds of fun. But the fact that it doesn't appear like this in AR is going to bring me to my big hypothesis for what's happening here and what this world is. And spoilers, the AR world is the void. Welcome to the Supernatural, everybody. This is it. This is what we have done to it.
Oh, I see. So we're proposing that this is sort of like, similar to like the ball pit situation, where like
Technology,
we're in a fake-ish world.
Technology directly interacts with the supernatural world, the void. The flip side, if you guys want to call that, I mean, that's fine too. But basically...
Maybe we could even call it the upside down.
Okay.
It's taken.
Okay. Alright, that's fine.
Australia.
But the thing is, what we are seeing here is the past. Oh boy, alright, we're gonna get into some fun discussions here. That is why the helper bot, or the mass bot, doesn't have his ears in AR, because this is a past version of what he looked like. Because he is in a different pose. So this is what he was before he was turned. And you'll notice that it doesn't look like... I don't think the glasses were originally a part of it. I don't know.
Oh, okay, so does part of this theory play into that one ending where you put on the Vanny mask and it looks like we're actually enjoying a real friendship with Gregory?
Yeah. And Vanny's there, Vanessa.
Yes.
Because I found a place to hide. And it's the hill. The same hill that David used to hang out with the Mimic on in Secret of the Mimic. Because guess what? This is MCM. MCM used to be here. Because, fun. Real quick, actually, let me go ahead. Stay away from Monty, you are lucky to be alive. Oh boy, that has implications. You know what that sounds like. You are lucky to be alive is a statement, or a reference to Old Man Consequences. See, back in Princess Quest, the second one of the things that he says to the princess is that you, basically he explains to us that we barely survived, that you are lucky to be alive, and then he gives us the sword. So that's really interesting. A little tie to Secret of the Mimic. Not Secret of the Mimic, but Princess Quest. Potentially, I'll have to compare the dialogue though. Let's go to inventory and look at the new things. A strange mask left behind by some fast technician. So these things are linked, right? Presumably belonging to the same person.
Mm-hmm.
And if we assume that person is Cassie's dad, that makes sense because we get the Faz wrench at the end of Help 1 and 2. So that again kind of ties back into all of that. Okay, we get our first AR collectible. It's hard to look at, which is an interesting descriptor. Okay. And we'll come back to that a little bit later. This whole place is just so fun. And AR. Da. Okay, so now let's move through an object. This is the first thing that freaks everybody out, and it's like, what's the lore doing? What is the lore doing? Well, it's real simple, guys. If you move to a point in the past where this doesn't exist, guess what? It's not there. But the imprint of it is. Because the past isn't really the past. It's a memory, a recreation of the past that is being basically placed on top of reality. AKA Alan Wake. I should not permit it in AR. Okay.
Actions not permitted in AR mode. And I guess that could be further evidence that this is some sort of pseudo time travel, because that wouldn't be there in the past, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it's implying. There's some other indications of it that get a lot deeper that do absolutely imply that the AR world is a mixing of the past. Because we're going to see that some areas are flooded or have the indication of being previously flooded, but aren't. Also, that moved. It's kind of interesting. Alright, we're gonna release the souls of the damned.
Release the souls of the damned.
Or at least some of the connections. Because this little buddy is a part of a network. We're gonna talk about that. I know there aren't a lot, but this game is a lot. It really does kind of throw you into it all. Interesting. So, it's funny that this looks like a mole. Like, it looks like an infection is growing. Over
I
top of
swear
it.
that doorway was blocked.
Well, at one point it wasn't. Because if you look at this, you'll notice that this has been taped over. And it's interesting that it's leaving this, like, the changes are being like, are leaving things behind. Like indications, which is really interesting.
Mm.
And that sound is interesting too.
So, do you think this is like a situation where there might have been people aware of it, sort of like the ball pit, where they're like, sort of like trying to keep people away?
What do you notice about this? Do you see it?
I don't know. I'm a level with you. I am a filthy casual.
No. It's nothing, like, it's not a deep cut reference. It's just something. Do you see something? Can you make an observation about what's happening with this?
I mean, it looks like maybe something bad happened here, but other than that, I don't know.
Look at the light.
Oh, the purple light.
But look at how it's interacting with the world. It's pulsating around it. The light is pulling all of this back, and it is literally a cascade of a beam of a light, which means, and this is going to be important later, this stuff doesn't like light. see, it's falling right here where all of those flickers are happening with this. Like it's shifting. And you're gonna see a theme of that. So why would we not be able to take off our mask here? Interesting that these things are- Because there are certain places where we cannot take off the mask. As if there's no real world equivalent of this room. Does it mean that the real world equivalent of this room is so damaged that it's not there anymore, or that it's completely collapsed? Because it seems like that appears when it's like there are obstacles in the way that could potentially hurt us.
Yeah, or that weird server room I have like some vague recollection of.
And look at this. What is that about, I wonder? Could it be that our character doesn't like Monty very much? Because notice how Cassie interacts with Chica versus Monty. With Chica, it was what happened to you. With Monty, it is where is that thing? Like both of them technically attacked her. Monty was a little bit more violent. But
yeah, definitely far more confrontational.
But it is,
to put it nicely.
It is interesting. I'm also about to show you guys something really creepy. You want to see something that's gonna weird y'all out? Let's go ahead and stand next to this wall for a little bit and see what happens. You see what's happening?
I see a little, like, Freddy logo, like it's trying to load something that's not there.
No,
and I see, like, the mask with, like, the X,
yeah.
which is very creepy.
Yeah, it is very
I don't
creepy.
like that.
Nope, nope, look, oh, that's even worse. And the thing is, it's a completely different icon that specifically is for if you stand next to this for too long.
Oh, interesting.
It's kind of weird. So it only in a certain proximity.
What's that supposed to be?
It's a Vascular Technician remote camera station. Which implies that the fast technician that we've been kind of following is the same person who set this up. Yep. Interesting. Are y'all ready to play some Monty Golf?
I mean, of course. I'm actually far worse at golf than I should be, but I do my best.
So this is where things get very interesting, and with the visuals. Have this. You start to get these like weird artifacts. Like it's shifting. As you get closer to it. also you can't access it in this world.
Yes.
But it's interesting. This is weird. So you're starting to see like this grid pattern. This is really important to look at. So you get like this weird digital grid pattern. You're gonna see this throughout. You know what this is?
Yeah.
It's the void.
It's the void. Well, I actually was gonna ask a different question. So, like, there was like that message on like the main menu screen. Well, not the main menu, but like the pause screen. Like, no choice but to continue. Does that change as you go on throughout the game, or
Yes.
does
Like
it
right
just
now,
stay the same?
it says escape Monty's Golf. Try using the mask.
Oh, okay.
So that does. We do need to check on that. Because that is interesting. And once again, we're kind of Cassie can't climb at all.
Yeah. Well, I know like FNAF isn't as meta as like some other games in that way, so that just could be like giving you objectives. But if there was like an explanation for
it
that
gets meta.
voice.
Oh, it is. We do. It is the mimic, and we'll talk about that. Do you think that we should play? Should we?
Should we do what exactly?
Should we play the Monte Golf minigame, the back 9?
Well, I mean, how else are we going to find all the lore?
No, that's very true. Just imagine we actually do find something though.
Yeah, I mean, a dealer's choice, I'd say.
It's the mimic. Oh, come on. Come on.
Oh, man. So many eyes.
That was never gonna be a good one. Never mind, it was great.
Par. Par for the course, par for the course. Okay. Phaser Blast.
Threes all around.
So we don't have the mask on for this, right?
No.
But it looks like the world's glitching around us, even so.
This is an AR cabinet.
Okay.
Don't ask me what that means.
Okay.
Or do. I don't know. We can talk about it.
I mean, up to you. I don't know what I'd be getting myself into.
I don't. So, the AR cabinets are interesting. I'm not sure how exactly they work. Besides, it's the void. I don't know. It's the void. I feel like I'm just saying remnants now over and over again. But what can I do? Come on. I'm doing so bad. Oh gosh.
Ooh.
I got so good at this though, for real.
I can tell.
But that was a long time ago. Okay. Hold on, everyone.
Oh, it's the cupcakes. Oh, that's a reference to the FNAF movie. For sure. It was foreshadowing.
It was indeed. We all know.
Which that's coming out later this year too. That's also crazy to think about.
It is, yes. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. I just want to make it. Just let me make it.
Oh no, not quite.
Oh, come on. Oh, that was too much. I had it right in there. No! Why am I doing this? Ugh. There's no way I can do this. Okay, hold on. Come on, come on. Come on. Oh no.
Oh, double bogey.
I have to make
Tragic.
This. Oh gosh. Can't do this. This is just not worth it. Oh, come on. It was so close.
Oh no.
I'm trying to eyeball it and it's just not working. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, I think we need to like change. Yeah, just a little bit.
It's
Oh,
fine.
are you trying to like? Is there like a shortcut on this map to like try to get
Wireless
like a hole-in-one?
signals may be visible in the Vanny network. Isn't that interesting? Wireless signals may be visible in the Vanny network. It's almost like the AR world is connected with the digital wireless network, which is what that said, literally. You know, whatever. It's fine. But that almost sounds like the Void, which. Almost look like footprints.
Yes.
Why do you think that the AR world is showing us random stuff like pizza or like this?
I mean, that's a good question. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's Freddy Fazbear propaganda, making you try to desire their #1 best-selling pizzas.
That could
That's
very
the
well
real
be
ploy.
The case. It's very true. Interesting. So, interesting. It's like, once again, the imprint is there, but in this version of it, it doesn't exist. And yet, it's physically blocking our way. It's like there's something...
Yeah, that is very strange.
It's like there's some things that aren't real and are real at the same time, but they have a physical presence because it's like almost like they need to, while other things need to let us like pass. That sounds way more
I don't know what to
complicated
make of
than
that.
it should be, but interesting to see.
Still, Wool just being like, it's just a gameplay mechanic.
It's not, though. We all know it's not. They wouldn't add this type of imagery. Take me. Take me, Monty. Take me. No. Uh. Yeah, man. Like, how's it going? That's such a funny picture. Oh my goodness. Vanny. Just straight up Vanny. Why is that there?
I don't. Man, that is very strange that that is there.
Also yellow. Oh, there's
Vanny.
so much freaking stuff here.
So, who's writing these messages about Vanny? Would we think that that's just the mimic?
I don't.
Don't
Hold on.
stop looking for me. I need your help.
Gregory! Gregory! I can hear you.
If you can hear me, turn off all security. Turn it all off.
Security? What are you talking about? None of this makes sense.
Security nodes. Find them and turn them all off. I can't get out until that happens.
Gregory? Security nodes? What the heck are those?
Interesting. So. These effects. Hold on, let me actually get this real quick. I don't know if it's going to be clear to see. Let me see, like, the outline of it. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of
I see
people
what you're talking about.
would probably assume that it's like, oh, it's because it never existed. But what we'll see later on is that it's not because it didn't exist, it's because that in this version of reality, it's melding a part of it. Look at the interior of this. And then you look at it, and
Yeah.
it's like things are different. There's certain things that are almost omitted in a way. Here, let's get this real present.
Or is it a real present? Dot dot dot.
Dot, dot, dot. Oh boy. AR Nightmare plush. Let's talk about that. Because that
Comic,
feels-
page 5.
So, and we're getting this. They call this the data, the data channels. And notice the X's on the eyes again are here. Yeah, trying to get it to where.
Yeah. I never noticed the X's really whenever watching in the past.
But that once again kind of connects back to.
That door's electrified. Something's gotta be powering it.
The door is on emergency lockdown mode. So, deactivate those nasty nodes. Once again, yellow eyes. It should open up right away. Once we get to this first node, we'll go and switch over and then kind of like put down all this stuff that we have. Interesting. Oh, eyeballs. tragedy mask.
Oh, so many eyes.
One thing that I think is interesting to point out, this has like a physical presence, which is interesting. Because if you look at it, there's something here that you can see. There's a device right here. But it doesn't exist in the real world. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's like a physical thing there that it's spawning from. Is that...
Yeah.
Could that be an eye?
Maybe. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Because it's connecting... Interesting. So it connects to the barrel. Which I have my thoughts on why. Because it is kind of weird, like why is it doing that? But also notice it reacts to your light. So once again, that kind of, like they are sensitive towards the light. And notice
To
too,
light, yeah. Like the
goes
flashlight.
from red to blue. Is that device still there? It looks like it could be.
I'm under the raceway. Over there.
Now it's like the same color as the rest of everything else. Interesting. Again, it's replacing all of these with Roxy because that's our favorite character.
Yeah. Which is trying to manipulate her in that way. Which I wonder if that's like Vanny's influence, the mimics, all of them working together.
This is also meant to look like a rabbit's burrow. Really cool. It's a really cool visual. Like, so interesting. Which, it's interesting that you have one thing that seemingly is mimicking this, like, rabbit-like behavior. Almost as if it's taking on the persona of a rabbit. Then you have something else, right? And it's very clearly not the mimic. As far as like this mimic, this version of the mimic. We'll talk about that. Okay. That's important. An anomalous entity. Okay. So let us take off the mask for just a moment. This is a good stopping point to go back to our little mind map and plot some more stuff. Hold on, that should be 3. Yeah. Okay. So, the reason I want to do that is because I want to add some more of the inventory stuff. And also, because we have Monty. So we have Shattered, Monty, Chica, and then obviously Roxy. Freddy will come later on, obviously, but interesting. Okay, so where do we want to start with this? Okay, so inventory items. We have the Vanny mask. A strange mask. A strange mask left behind by some Faz technician. And then we had, we didn't find anything else, but we did find this. Comic page 5. He was always so
Yes,
creative.
and that's just like a reference towards like the endings in Security Breach, right? From what I recall.
Yes, which shows that they were all along, they were fantasies that Gregory came up, which is messed up. This kid is not okay. Because literally one of them is him realizing that Vanessa was a human being and watching her getting ripped apart by robots that he ordered. Which is, you know... Also, the fact, too, that, like, the Princess Quest ending seemingly is the canon ending for this. So, like, Vanessa took Gregory and kind of, like, became sort of, like, this adoptive parent while they're figuring out stuff. So, like, he's just over here with Vanessa being like, hey, I drew this. It's where Freddy found out that you were, you know, finally could see you, and then, like, jumped on you and threw you off a roof, and then you died. And they revealed you to be you. And also, though, then there was another you that was on top of the roof and was fine, and you were a security guard.
No, I mean that's pretty crazy. Man, the different Vanny thing is so weird.
It's Vanny 1 and Vanny 2. No, I'm joking. I don't know.
No, Vanny has a twin sister. It is like Gravity Falls.
It could be. Could be. There's 2 Vanessas. Twins. One light, one dark. A shadow to rule them all. And that shadow is actually Eleanor from Fazbear Frights. No, I'm joking.
Yes, obviously.
Oh no. I'm not bringing in my crap into here. Actually, I might later on, but you know, we'll save it for
Essa. That's like Eleanor and Vanessa.
Oh no. Nessie. That's like the nickname for the Loch Ness monster, who's actually a spirit, who's actually ties back to the mythology of a spirit, a water spirit that is connected to kelpies, which are shapeshifters. Apparently, I was reading up on that. I don't know how accurately. I could be just completely wrong on that interpretation, but which was referenced in another story called Monster. It shows that actually William had the devil in him all along. That's what.
And it wasn't Gregory, like my theory.
Well, cry.
We're like it's not mutually exclusive.
What an what an interesting thing to say for a sympathetic, like empathetic character to say in regards to like a tragedy mask. Cry. I mean, it matches what we get later on, but it's just such an interesting response. Like, cry. Tragedy. Is she telling herself to cry? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't think so.
I mean, we know Cassie's a bit of a crybaby, but
Hold on.
how could you not be whenever her best friend's Gregory?
Yeah. Disable the security nodes. Interesting.
I mean, that sounds like a great idea. I couldn't foresee anything wrong happening by disabling security nodes. They probably aren't there for a reason.
That old headset game. Which not only means that she knows about it, but she's probably seen it. And it's called a Nightmare plush. Not Nightmarion, Nightmare. Which is just so fun. We love that for the lore. But also, notice something about it. Its outline is green. Interesting. Also, Monty is too. I mean, it's just because he's an alligator, but, you know. I don't think he represents life. It's hard to look at. We already got that one. Okay. Filled with carrot drop candy, which is... Cassie's favorite cake is carrot cake, which is interesting because that connects her to the rabbit. Also with eyesight, which is a... It's a lie? That's not true, actually. Apparently rabbits get worse eyesight if they eat carrots. Or, like, poisons them or something. I don't know. Don't take my word for it.
Strange. I don't know anything about this. It is beyond my expertise, unfortunately.
No, that's okay. Also, very nice soda. What a strange thing to put on the walls. What does it mean? Okay, you are... It would be so funny if I did a run where I never saw the rabbit.
Where you never what? Put out
Where
there for me.
I never saw the rabbit.
That would be very interesting.
I forgot to switch it back over again. My bad. Sorry, guys. That was my bad. Also, let me check how many gigabytes I've used on my phone. Oh, great.
Yes.
I've used 4 gigabytes. Which in compare, to be fair, is not bad for the fact that I've been streaming for, let's see how long.
For a
2
little
hours.
over 2 hours.
2 hours and 14 minutes. And I have 50 gigabytes. So, we're not going to worry about it. We're going to be fine. And I can always buy more if needed.
That is true. That is true.
It's like $10 for like 20 gigabytes.
Yeah, I've never tried streaming from a hotspot like that, but that is interesting.
It's working well so far. Okay, so a weird looking chica.
Top 10 quotes of all times. I'm stealing that one.
What?
For a weird looking chica.
Chica means girl in Spanish, so that means...
I know.
Oh, that's
That's
why
why
you
I'm
look
stealing
so
it.
weird,
Well,
because you're a node.
Yes.
So it's worth considering the fact that a node is an intersection between multiple paths. So these literally are. This is indeed a node to these child nodes. So this is a parent node, and these are its children. Random trash. Okay, so do we think, and this is something that I haven't quite figured out, do we think that there is an actual causal, what the heck is that? A causal relationship between objects? As in, do they have a purpose for being paired together? Because this, what is this? Is this a trash can? Or is this something you put clubs in?
I mean, it could be both.
Because here's why. Okay, so you have Chica. Because the whole point of this being a node is that it is a commonality between these things. It is an intersection that connects all of them together. So what connects a Chica, a club, and a caddy? Or like like, what is this? It looks like one of those, like, smoking things. I don't know. I haven't figured that out. And you have Chica and Freddy.
Yeah, I don't know the causality between all of them. It's interesting to speculate, I suppose.
Look in the camera. The door is open.
A nice little jump scare.
Love it.
The gator grub door is open. You should be able to find a path to the daycare.
Monty is so much scarier in Ruins compared to normal security
What
breach.
are you talking about? His little puppy dog. He's
I mean, okay, I will give you this. I don't think there's Giga Monty in Ruined.
Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah. No, true. True. It's funny. So it. Oh wait! I just realized something. We never actually did see the entity. Oh no, Mixus. We can't talk about you. We haven't even seen you. I've been too good with the mask. And if I continue, what will you do?
Yes.
Nothing happened. It's just funny.
Nexus. What a beautiful, crazy bunny guy.
Form experimental storage. Basically, which, okay, so the fact that it's mechanical leads me to assume that it's analog. That it has mechanical workings into it. So it's like, it's an analog, which is why it can basically connect with other analog things like radios. The fact that it's an X form, which Tom, in his video, we watched that together, I believe. Talked about, wait, did we miss one of these? Did we? I don't know if I did. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think... Did they actually patch this to work, though? I don't even know. I don't see any over here. Okay, I think we're... The entity... The thing that keeps throwing me off, and that I think is really interesting... That's, oh, hold on. Desmer Entertainment is not responsible for potentially lingering AR traumas or lingering effects of antivirus programs on carbon-based...
On carbon-based network, yeah. Well, at least they got their legal stuff, you know, in order. They learned from all the lawsuits.
This thing has been completely assimilated into whatever this is. Like, you see this? Oh, interesting. Black tears. That's really important. So, what? It's interesting. So, I do kind of consider this that this is kind of gotta stay a little bit. I do kind of consider what it's showing us like this. I almost consider this to be kind of like a little bit of like a mold. Like this is like a virus or like a fungal mold that's like just spreading. Because I think it's such an interesting imagery. Like some interesting imagery to see. Like it's something that's like spread. Also, security. Pizza. Interesting. So, notice something that's really interesting about this. This. It's flowing to the ball, and now it's reversing the flow. Interesting. So, it's going from this to siphoning. We're about to meet Monty. Oh, he's gone though. Interesting. you have any thoughts?
Oh, I mean, I don't have too much additional input to add right now at this moment.
I'm just really thinking this through, trying to, I guess, wrap my I can't speak anymore. Thoughts. What is your deal? Also, do you hear that sound?
What
Sounds-
sound?
Listen. Do you hear it? It's really soft.
I don't quite hear it, but I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Oh, I might have heard a little something. It sounded like maybe a soft whisper or something.
It sounds like someone like writing something. Where is Gregory? Interesting. Where is Gregory? Why would we be asking that? We already know where Gregory is. Because we know the voice isn't us. So potentially maybe it's using something we've said before. There's another one of these in here. Almost looks trapped.
Yes, another nightmare
No.
plush.
It's a dead end.
There is no dead ends. Sometimes I need a new perspective.
Oh yes, I feel like we're getting close to the vent section, where like we go pretty far into the thing.
Yeah. An unusual signal. Put on the mask, check it again.
Look! Look! The camera is now activated. The camera is the way forward. Find the symbol. Find it. Search the cameras. Look! Not looking.
Find this.
It's gone!
So, interesting thing. Hold on. Let's talk about this for a second. It calls it an anomaly, which is the same type of language used to point out the entity, that it was an anomalous entity. So it seems to connect these two things together, that the anomalous entity is putting these anomalies into these places to keep us from moving forward, to create a dead end. So by us, and what we do is we quarantine them. Now that's an interesting use of language. We are quarantining the anomalies, which means that they are an infection. They are a virus that we're stopping from spreading. That's really interesting, right? Because in the security breach files, not like the physical files, but the book that came out, the official book that like was kind of a sort of pseudo guidebook. It calls the entity, it calls Mexis a virus, which is pretty strong language to use, especially whenever it talks about that is an antivirus program that exists that affects carbon-based works. It's just setting up a lot of really interesting pieces, right? So this allows us
Yes.
to get up here.
No way. I walked through a big screen and now I'm in Superstar Daycare? No way this is real. That screen was there before I looked at the camera. I swear.
And gaslighting. There's nothing to worry about.
Yes, obviously. No, that's just normal. What are you talking about?
Well, it is
Oh, and the yellow eyes.
Yeah. Interesting. Here's Moon. Okay. This is where we really need to keep imagery in mind, because boy does this have some. With the creation of Eclipse.
Where are you?
I'm in daycare. Is there a way out of here?
Get to the daycare theater. There's a way down to the catwalks. Should help you get to the raceway.
This is interesting.
That one's very smeared. I
You know what
wonder
this
if
is?
that's like implying that something. What is this?
It's Princess Quest. That's the Princess
Ah, I
Quest
see.
cabinet. In AR form here for some reason. Also, it's
So the Vanny mask there being partially like faded, is that maybe like Vanessa trying to fight against Vanny? Is that like what's being implied?
repeat yourself. Sorry.
So go back to like where that Vanny like drawing on the wall was.
Oh,
That's the
I
first
see.
time we see one that's like faded, right?
Interesting. Ah, I like that because that connects to Sun and Moon in this section are represented by having different eyes lit up on both the right side and the left side, and whenever Eclipse is created, they combine. So it's like they're now whole, right? But we're gonna see something really interesting I want you to pay attention to with Eclipse's character and what they do, because I think that it's gonna show you something that maybe you're not gonna really like, because it's interesting. Okay. Slappy Van Winkle. As funny as this is... Nah, it's just funny. Is there like a... I feel like there's a present back here or something. Zyphilus. Does that mean anything, Zyphilus? Clown down, throwdown. It's a clown attack. Nah. House of the Bear. I just love this. I love that. I love how that looks like static. guy so much. So the eye that is sun is the same one that we saw with that you pointed out with Vanessa, which is interesting. Also, the fact that we're getting this like imagery with the black blood, like blood leaking eyes, is interesting. That connects back to Nightmare and to some of the book stuff. What does it say actually about this? Fun, fun, fun. Interesting. Cry, fun, fun, fun. I never slept better than I did in the daycare. Interesting.
I am trapped in a nap! Reboot! We need to be whole!
You want me to reboot you? With this?
Naughty. Lights on! Lights on! Turn generators on!
So, turn on generators, then reboot the attendant. One thing that's interesting to me is this idea. So, what you were pointing out earlier with Vanny and Vanessa, we know for a fact, due to Help 1 and 2, that Vanny is an identity that still exists within Vanessa. At least it exists in the AR world. And the imprint of it still exists.
For sure.
And I think that's the meaning of why there's two Vanessas. Because I do think that it's supposed to symbolize that there are these almost split versions between them. I mean, obviously, like, with the whole sun and moon thing, you get the whole idea of, like, the shadow of Vanessa is Vanny, right? So the idea that, like, Vanessa and Vanny aren't like whole, being a part of this conflict, even with them like destroying Glitchtrap potentially, although probably likely based on everything we're seeing, likely not. There's still this issue of, like, Greg and Gregory, Vanny, Vanessa, they're still there. The shadows are still there, but they're not combined. They need to merge together. But as we're gonna see, I think there's some problems with that line of logic. Because I think it's not about the identities that they hold, but what they represent and the trauma that it's being spawned from. It's like you're putting on a mask rather than taking an axe to the root, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, you may have a chance to reboot the system. Yeah. And I want to point out... Well, there it is. There's Mexus. Yeah, and you can see the one red eye. So you see here sun, moon. On opposite sides. Interesting that you have moon over here. With Roxy over here. Interesting. I'm paying attention to like what everything is being associated with.
Find the generator.
And then the first anomalies are sun and
Turn on
moon.
the lights. He hates it. Hates the lights. Daycare attendant hates the lights.
Also, if you notice, there was a bunch of sun plushies that are not here in the real world.
That is interesting.
So, interesting. I'm gonna. So you have the sun, 3 flowers. Tower.
No crafts or treats to share. No time. No time. The googly eyes just still. Play, always crumble dry. Still tempers. No crowds, just go away. No more sign.
Why is Monty here? This is the moon.
Don't know, was he like that in the base game, or was it,
No, this is all different from like
Okay.
the layout and everything. There's Vanny.
I figured, but,
Unhappy. Then here you have Eclipse.
oh yes, it's so strange. that Vanny is so different than the others. It looks like a masculine Vanny.
A what?
A masculine Vanny.
Oh.
I don't know. It just doesn't look like the same person
Yeah.
normally having the mask. Which I wonder if Gregory ever got the mask at all.
I think that he did. Personally. Take your nap.
Good. Now find the other generator.
One interesting. One is green, one is purple, and one is yellow. I'm gonna pay attention to that. Because that feels important.
Color theory.
Well, in this case, the other theory is pretty much confirmed, to an extent. I mean, not completely, but it is
pretty well established, maybe.
Which, interesting. This is, I used to have, where is the other one? Wait, didn't I just get this? Oh, wait a second. I used to have so much fun in the daycare. I never slept better than I did in the daycare. Interesting. Which is potentially why it's associated with fun, 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 and the other one is cry. Well, that was tragedy, but... This one is interesting. If, hold on, let's see something real quick. So, I need to look at something real quick. Am I right about this? I am. Notice something?
What should I be noticing?
Location. The sun is on the right side, I believe. That's, yeah, right. And
I
the
see.
moon is on the left. The right side, that I believe, I don't know if that matches up with what we've seen from the eyes, but what I will say is that it correlates the moon with these pat-pats. I don't have another good name for them. The wet floor signs. But it seems to be correlating them because the sun is on the same side. It's the same symbol, but it's just replacing one of them, and I wonder if the next one will be the opposite, where it is. But if we keep that in mind, that like the placement of these matter and like correlate whatever characters being shown with the specific side that they are on.
No more sun. No
Golden
light.
green.
Forever night.
Interesting. So, I really want to lean into like the color theory of this because I think it's interesting. And again, you have sun all over the place. So Chica, you have Cupcake. You have this again. It almost looks like a birthday party.
Yes. Which we all,
Okay.
Casey was in the prior... Oh, someone's talking. I could see Cassie very much being like a puppet-like character.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, trying to save, you know, the lost souls, I suppose, in a way.
I think that's very purposeful. Yeah, that's a really good call out because I do think that's intentional. Cassie, Cassie, I think is meant to represent that kind of character. She's a healer, right? So was the puppet. Also, once again, we're getting arrows. Green and yellow seem to be paired, which makes sense. Green is associated with sun. Life.
There, you did it.
Okay.
Oh, he's stuck. He's stuck. Go, go, go. Hurry, go and repair. Use your fast. Go.
Purple. So once again, we're getting. So it seems like maybe my idea was right. The three colors aren't orange, not orange, but yellow. Yellow, purple, and but interesting that we have this. So it's almost telling us, like, sun is telling us go this way, but moon is like no, go this way to the dead end where there is nothing. It's like they're two different. They're fighting for control, very clearly. But it also is kind of interesting that the Mimic wants this to happen. And is very, very for this. Weird that.
Well, I guess probably the more broken somebody is, the easier they are to manipulate. I'm guessing it's sort of like the rationale on why they'd want that.
I think, interesting. So green, yeah. I mean, we're getting green. And if we're going based on the sides, then this one is sun, this is moon, this is eclipse, this is rebirth. This cements to us that green is, and the thing is, it matches because Fiona's dress that she wears in Sodom is green.
No more sun, no light. Forever night.
So you...
Happy birthday! Warning, warning! Child in danger! Safety mode active. Little girl, you can't be in here. It's dangerous. I need to clean up before we can open in the morning. Oh, this place will be flooded with kids. Come back soon and have a Fazzerific day. Thank you.
So here's the thing, right? We're all happy for Sun that finally he gets to have some rest from Moon, and Moon is now reset. That is the merging that is Eclipse, right? But Sun is still there, but Moon isn't. And I think it's a good time to remind you what an eclipse is. Because it's not really a merging in the sense of a combination of two things as much as an eclipse is an overshadowing of one thing over another. I think that's interesting. Screwed right here.
bet the doors are open now.
But they are.
What is that? It's a camera station. Yes, it is. Look at it.
Interesting. So, it's building on each other. You're getting...
It's Gregory. Hey, she's wearing my mask.
Interesting. I wonder what order it is on here. Interesting. I wonder why it's this way. No, that's not right.
Anomaly.
Normally. What a freaky thing to see. Alright, let's go up here. Okay, there's a lot of things to look at in here. So
Another present.
there is AR Moon. Weird, it looks like the other one. AR Golden Moon. And it's referring to this one. I never slept better. So, why... I guess it's a natural thing of just being like, oh, it's just this one, but it's golden. But it's interesting that it doesn't have the eye, like the red eye. That's interesting. But what I find particularly interesting is the house. Because how many people are in the house? It's a house with 3 people in it. Interesting. Might this represent somebody in their house? Well, a house that's now abandoned. Interesting, interesting. Might say imagery. Then you have this, which is really interesting. What does it mean? That kind of spooked me a little bit. I think that whenever I get to the next section, I'll probably end it off there, and then we'll have more time tomorrow.
Yeah.
This also gives me a really
Yeah,
good
that sounds
gauge
like
for how much I can expend my data.
yeah, it gives you a good baseline for how much gets used. Though I wonder if it's like consistent or if it just sort of depends.
Well, typically it makes sense for what it's doing that it's taking as much as it is. But I mean, I've got. This is really the only weekend I think I'll have to use it. But also, if I go and stream for like 10 hours tomorrow, which I don't think I'll do,
But if you did, it
but if
would
I did, it would probably use up a good portion of it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, especially like whenever it's things like this, you know, where it's for the people who are really like dedicated, you know, I just wonder how receptive your audience would be to just like having like a long upload, because that wouldn't require
No, that is true.
all the data. You could just because I wish there was more viewers right now, but like
It's
the
fine.
the chat is mainly lively because I'm a very silly goofs.
To be honest, I haven't looked at it in a little bit, and I have not seen your jokes, unfortunately.
Oh no, I haven't said much else, but
I also
This vent is creaky. I really hope it's
so we have this part. This is interesting. And you know why it's jamming it? Because we see something interesting here. Let's see if we can find it. There it is.
oh yes. I forgot about this part of the
There's
game,
no
the
more track.
classic Monty
I gotta
Gator
get off
ride.
this thing.
Yep.
It's not stopping.
Jesse, how are you alive?
Is she? ...
Robot confirmed. So I think I just need to get
Where are you?
to right
Gregory,
here.
I made it to catwalks. You said I could get to the raceway from here.
Oh,
Hold
boy.
on. The schematics say there's a way to redirect the gondolas to the maintenance room.
We just happened
Deactivate the security
to
node.
stop.
Then use the
We just happened to stop right whenever we had like the teleportation doors, which is not coincidental at all. And definitely not because that's still a confusing part of the lore that I don't fully understand. But hey, we will talk about it next time. Because at this point, I have used, let's see, how many, because once again, I'm using my phone data for this. Using 5 gigabytes, 21, for almost 3 hours, I think.
About 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little over 3 hours, but
A
yeah.
little over 3 hours, so that's pretty good. All right, well, I'm going to stop it
track
there.
controller.
Hold on.
Yeah, so it's a fun stream. Thank you, #1 viewer, for sticking it out the whole time.
Oh, yes.
You are my favorite viewer
A big champ.
out there, for sure.
Thank you. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.